selection plan committee, and I want to accept that. I want to really thank all the effort that's been put in by the committee, especially Travis, who led the committee, Jamie McLeod-Skinner, yeah. Jamie McLeod-Skinner at CD2, we all know Jamie. Candy put in an extraordinary, Candy Evans of the staff, of course, put in an extraordinary amount of work. But I recognize there's been concerns, okay? And some members, including some members of this body, have even been so concerned that they thought they sent a letter to DNC this week, you know, asking for an extension. Now, the DNC got right back and said, you know, it looks like the process was okay, but you know, they denied the request for an extension. However, what they did say is like, please send us your thoughts and concerns. So you can keep sending those thoughts and concerns in. I should also add that...
Point of order.
Excuse me?
Point of order.
Not right now. I'm going to finish my report.
My point of order is regarding the report happening before we have our credentials report and approve the agenda.
No, that's in order. What I'm doing is in order. So, thank you for your concern. Sorry, no, but that's on the agenda how it is. We will go to the credentials report next, and then to the approval of minutes, and then on. But I will complete my report. This is how we do it. All right, where was I? Anyway, as I was saying, the folks sent a letter to DNC, fine, expressing concerns, and DNC responded. And yes.
Yes, I move to censure the chair for publicly bullying a member of this delegation.
I'm going to call your motion out of order. We can address that later.
I appeal the decision of the chair.
Okay. I'm sorry, the motion is out of order. You can address your concern later.
I disagree because this is in direct response to the chair's report.
This is in direct response to the chair's report.
The chair has asked me to explain my advice to her ruling. Allow the chair to finish your report, and then you can make your, file your motions, your point of order, and your appeal to the chair. But let her finish her report first.
Thank you. Without objection, I'm going to continue. Thank you. Anyway, repeating once again, where was I? Further commentary will be accepted, and you can go ahead and write in DNC affairs. And in light of the fact that members of this body have expressed concerns, many expressed concerns about the delegate selection plan and some of the decisions made, I've assigned to the Rules Committee all process questions, both that have come in and will be coming in to the Rules Committee, and regarding the DNC, and I want to see a thorough review come out. And so, excuse me, I've asked the Rules Committee to report back with their findings, both the majority and minority report in the August meeting. And I want to say something on a personal note here. I want to believe that everybody in here is doing things with the best of intentions. This process was set forth, it was announced back in August. Things got rolling after the DNC sent the DPO the materials in late December, which means the DSP could not start its process until January. I know there's been a lot of back and forth. I'm going to just say it. If people feel like I'm out of line, I accept your concerns. I have addressed your comments. I'm going to finish my report, ma'am. it's a difficult thing when your committee, you know your committee has acted in good faith, when you know everyone has acted in good faith. So I'm going to assume the best of all of you, and I hope you assume the best of all of them. And I'm going to recognize you, and then I'm going to conclude my report, but I'm going to do, well, first I'll let you make your...
I just have a point of information.
Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned that this happened in the August meeting. It's not in the minutes.
I can't speak to that right now. I'll have our secretary or somebody research that for you. That's the best I can do for you right now.
My name is Rebecca Pearson. I'm from Jackson County.
Okay, we'll research that for you. We'll research that for you, okay?
I have them. I've read them. It's not in the minutes.
Yes, sir.
So the minutes are a summary, but as folks know, we do recordings of the meetings for the purpose of clarification when necessary. And we review the full recording. And oh, I'm so sorry. My bad.
Come on up here. Oh, John was coming up here. I apologize.
So a full recording is made for the purposes of clarifying the minutes. And we've gone back and reviewed the recording of Gene Atkins very clearly. It's stated in a number of documents that have been answered in response to people's questions, announced the process thoroughly at the August meeting in detail, both in the creation of the special committee, which has been the process used by the DPO in the past, as well as that the Rules Committee is the assigned entity to draft the rules of the convention once the final plan is approved, delegate selection. And this is, the meeting which the work of Travis, Tanya, and Matt was announced to start the process. And in addition, it's been announced on many, many other calls. So it's not actually a requirement that the announcement happen, but it was made.
Right. My understanding is that that's the reasoning that's been given for why the body would have information, and it's not in the minutes that we don't have access to the recording. That does not make sense. But that's a point of information.
Sure.
My point of order is that, as Brad mentions, these minutes are summary. I request all SCC members to review the minutes. If I make an omission on a future SCC, please advise me. Unfortunately, I can't control what happened in the August 2018 minutes, but going forward, it is all of our responsibility to make sure that the minutes are accurate, and you should feel free to correct me if I've missed anything.
Thank you. All right, so that concludes my reports, and with deference to the body, without objection, Jamie McLeod-Skinner has asked to address the body. She needs to leave early, and this is the most appropriate time for her to speak. So without objection, Jamie McLeod-Skinner. Okay, I'm noting objection, so. All right, there's been an objection.
Thank you, sir. I just want to make sure the gentleman was heard for his response to the chair's report. Thank you.
Sure, Albert Lee, Multnomah County. Again, I move that the body censure the chair for bullying and public intimidation of a member of the Democratic delegation.
Is there a second? Okay, we'll process that like a main motion. So before, and this is appropriate during the chair's report. Well, I am moving to yes, but that's separate. Okay, we'll go ahead and go to the main motion. Again, we'll need a second name. Okay, now that we're considering this as a main motion, you'll need to move to the pro. And then we'll have pro and con debate. And let me just have Brad explain. Okay, I do need a credentials report, however, I'm going to stop you just a second because I will need a report of the credentials of the body in order to process a vote. So please, would you, yeah. Amelia Manlove, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As of 1:15 p.m., May 19th, 2019, the following information summarizes the delegates credentialed for this SCC meeting. 7 state officers, 104 county delegates, including alternates seated as delegates, 5 congressional district chairs, 13 caucus chairs or delegates, for a total delegate count of 129 out of a possible total of 166. On behalf of the Credentials Committee, I move that this credentialing report be adopted.
Moved and seconded. Do I hear adoption by voice vote? Objection.
Aye. Aye.
Sarah Spansdale, Jackson County, is a member of this body who was present for the Credentials Committee. That report is not complete by what the committee voted to have as part of their report.
Okay, what we're having right here, just as an explanatory, is the credentials report only for the voting members of the body who are here, who are not here. There will be an additional credentials report in committee meeting report, so she will present a full report at that time. Sure. Okay, this is a debatable motion, so go ahead. And your timer is right here, so please pay attention.
Where's the timer?
Oh, yeah, we need to go back to accept it. Does everybody accept the credentials report of attendance? Yes. Anybody opposed? All right, credentials report is accepted. All right, then we'll go to this. Our timer is right here. He has large signs when you speak. Timeout. I need to consult my parliamentarian because we have standing rules pending. I need to see if they need to be adopted first. Okay. She says no. Let's go ahead and do this. Go ahead.
Okay, Albert Lee, Multnomah County. I again move to censure the chair for bullying and public intimidation of a member of the body through electronic correspondence for the simple act of voicing a concern and opinion. This is silencing a thought and opinion that I think we're all here to do, is to talk about things in open discussion. This type of behavior is neither acceptable nor warranted in an inclusive and open organization that states that we stand to work for a present and future society that treats every individual with dignity and respect, especially in light of the issues of decorum and respect we have in Salem, and bullying that is being addressed in other professional settings and in our schools. It must not be allowed here in this organization as well. Thank you.
Over this way.
Swing Thompson Harris, Lane County. I am rising to speak in opposition to this motion.
Would you speak more into the mic, please?
Apologies. I'm rising to speak in opposition to this motion. I think we all know what we're talking about right now. A press release
No, we don't.
Please, the
So-
speakers have the floor. Thank you.
A press release was sent out containing misinformation regarding the delegate selection process. And I just want to speak to the fact that I appreciate that our chair took the time to respond to that, to tell us what actually happened in the delegate selection process, to clear up misinformation and to address concerns. I don't believe that Casey has done anything wrong. I, in fact, appreciate what Casey did to make sure that we are all aware of what actually happened in this process and are actually informed, not misinformed. So I just want to say thank you, Casey.
Information. I never saw that press release go out into the press. I was just wondering if and when it was sent and to where.
Well, should I address it or should I?
Wasn't a press release.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, the information that I can provide to you, the information that I can provide to you from the DPO is that I received a copy of a press release with with an individual's name on it, which said press release. It was dated, I believe, April 26th, and it said for immediate release. This was shared with me. I was VCC'd on it I or members of the admin committee have no idea how far it was disseminated.
So you don't know that it was actually ever sent?
That's.
I mean, you stated a press release was sent, but
Okay, well,
Casey, you gotta step behind the podium.
I can't see anything. Okay, let's not, I told you exactly what we got. I'm not gonna make assumptions about where things didn't go.
I mean, I just think calling something a press release if we don't know it went to the press.
We're in debate, that's debate, so we are going to go back to.
Point of order.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Seeing as the censure is for the is against the chair, is it acceptable for the chair to be facilitating the discussion? Yes. And not the vice chair.
Let him go ahead and answer. Points well taken. That's fine.
must be so
Pete,
proud of yourself.
you want to step up and facilitate debate?
I'm just going to move behind this podium just a little bit. Hopefully that will help. Is the timer ready? Okay, one moment, please. Check one. Okay. Yes.
Thanks, Pete. Valdez Bravo, Clackamas County. I was a strong supporter of Chair Hansen for this position, and I really want us to have a positive next 2 years, and that's why I'm standing in support of this motion, because I feel like already, just as we're having this debate, I hear the decorum in the crowd starting to fall apart with some name calling and language and stuff. I want us to have a positive next 2 years, and that is why I feel like, although I too am appreciative to what the former speaker said, that for the chair to take the time to go through this and explain what happened in an email, the thing that I do not feel is appropriate was to single out an individual by name in the email. I feel like that kind of crossed the line of crossing the realm of bullying. If this was a large organization, if I did that at the hospital where I work, and I sent out a mass blast to everybody and I shamed somebody like that, or called them out and repeatedly in multiple venues, that would not be considered appropriate. So I just want to encourage as we go forward to keep it positive, to keep it professional. We're Democrats, we all have common goals, but we need to do it in a way that exhibits professionalism and mutual respect for everybody if we're all going to be able to work together. Thank you.
Sir, your name and county, please.
Yes, I'm Mark Cerny. I'm from Grant County. We're talking about respect, and how many times have we had this same situation? This gentleman over here is got a personal vendetta of some type, and we all are here trying to make things go.
Point of order, you cannot speak against someone's motive.
That is not a point of order.
Not a point of order.
Actually, sorry, according to our parliamentarian, that particular commentary is not permitted, sir.
I'm terribly sorry. I apologize. A particular gentleman has some type of a vendetta, is what I believe, and we all deserve the same respect, that we can come a long distance, we should be working together, we should be working to promote the Democrat Party and not cut it in half. So I'm hoping that we can all work on it, and let's move on with it instead of sitting here debating. In Burns, we debated 45 minutes over whether we should leave 30 minutes early over the same type of situation. Let's all just work together, please.
Good.
Just so you know, please let both sides speak. If we could pull down the clapping and also the sidebar conversation, just so everyone gets a fair shake of being heard. Yes, sir.
I've noted several members are confused about what censure means. Could we have the parliamentarian describe censure for us?
Ma'am Parliamentarian?
Essentially, censure just is a verbal reprimand. It's just telling the president that the assembly here doesn't approve her actions, for his actions. That's all it is. It's going on record that you didn't like the action.
Thank you. Name and county, please.
Rebecca Pearson, Jackson County. Just point of order, I would love the chair to remind the body that disparaging of other members is strictly prohibited, including calling members bitches. Thank you.
What? Come on, let's move on, let's go.
Sir?
Mr. Chair, I move to table the resolution.
Second.
I move to table on the basis that while this is an important discussion and it deserves a timely debate, we have a lot of business ahead of us right now. I feel that we need to put this aside and then move on it later. Thank you.
Could we have your name and county, sir?
Sorry, my name is Michael Smith, Oklahoma County.
Okay, one moment.
Point of order, Chair.
Mr. Chair, 1 second. Is your point of order to postpone indefinitely or to postpone to a different meeting?
To postpone to a different meeting. Yes, ma'am.
I'm turning off mics just to see which one's giving us feedback.
Yes.
This one?
Yes. Exactly. That's my point of order.
Oh, I still hear some.
If you could go to the pro side, please, according to our parliamentarian.
I think it's this mic, correct?
We're trying to deal with that.
That works so much better.
So, can I say, Amy Fox, Election Integrity, just a kind of a point of information to censor. The chair isn't, it's just to discourage calling out people by name on an email in the future. That's all that's being asked right now, that we just make it our standard best practices to address the body without calling out an individual. That's all we're asking. Thank you.
Okay, to the con side.
Is this on? Okay, great. Emily Mooney, Lane County. I just want to really briefly say I think it's completely in the chair's right to correct gross misinformation, that we should have all the correct information every time, and that if there is information floating around the ether that is grossly incorrect, that it is completely within the chair's right to correct that information in a respectful manner. And if you really think that this situation is the same thing as bullying, that's ridiculous. This is not bullying. She corrected information. Thank you.
Yes, please, name and county.
Slane Swenson Harris, Lane County. I suppose information. Did we vote on the motion to table?
There was a motion that was
That motion is in process. It needs to come from the pro side, according to our parliamentarian.
Oh, all right, thank you.
And actually, one moment.
motion to table is in order at any time from the floor.
According to our parliamentarian, it needs to come from the pro side of the microphone to be, and it's it. In this case, because I had mentioned before, I'm going to allow that motion to come from the pro side at this time.
As a point of order, a motion to table is in order at any time from the floor, not from pro, not from con, at any time from the floor. Robert's rules is very clear on that. They have a motion to refer, and it's in order at any time.
1 moment. Sorry, folks, bear with me. If we could just pause for about 2 minutes, please. I'm going to have a conversation with our parliamentarian. Thank you.